Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the No Money Spent Road to Glory, and today we have got a video I did not expect to be doing for at least another couple of weeks, but somehow I've actually managed to get myself in a position where we are ready to hit the next collector level reward. So as you can see, I've only got 376 MT, so we have spent a lot, but we've also made quite a lot as well. We've got a lot to redeem today. Other than that, we've also got Andre Miller, who we are going to be getting up to the Amethyst level today. We've got one more game left to play on him, so we'll jump into one game of Triple Threat Offline while going into some comments from yesterday's video. So we've got a lot to do today, and we've also got a locker code, which 2K haven't actually tweeted out about, but Shake put it on Twitter, and I'm fairly sure it gives out either a heat check pack, a bit of MT, or an Amethyst Paul Pierce. So I don't know why they put Paul Pierce again into a locker code, but it should make his price come crashing down, so we might be able to pick one of him up for super cheap to add into the club, and of course increase that card to collector level even more. And we do actually have the Moments of the Week 8 set from yesterday. We've bought a couple of those guys, so we'll talk about them as well. So plenty to get through, so let's just get into it. So the limited time event today is one free token after every single player triple threat win, so that's pretty good. If you are playing in those 2-hour slots, you can get through about 10 games. No, wait. You get through about 20 games. You get through about 10 games an hour, so you can be earning another 20 free tokens per hour or per 2 hours, which isn't too bad at all. Now, for myself, I won't be playing in this today. I've already missed the first slot because I was at work. The second slot is coming up in a little bit, but I'm not going to be able to play in that. And of course, the third slot is, well into the early hours of the morning. So, sadly, with all of these limited time events, I only actually have one slot that I can hit, which is a little bit annoying, and 2 AM to 4 AM. Like, who is playing in that? I have absolutely no idea. But if you guys are looking to play Triple Threat offline, I'll definitely recommend doing it whilst these events are going on. So we are at 322 wins at the moment. We'll get up to 323 today as we look to get up towards these 3 rewards right here. Right, onto the agenda for today. We've got another domination one. Again, I really don't want to see domination here because we have completed it, and I don't really want to go back into it, to be honest. It was such a grind. I'm happy it's over. I don't want to have to relive it, so definitely not going to be doing that. We've got a Triple Threat online one, and we've got an unlimited game one as well. Now, I might actually do this one because we can just put 5 bronze Celtics players on the end of the bench that obviously we're not going to play with, and then we've just got to win a game by 10 points, basically, which shouldn't be too hard to do. And then we come over here, we've got 22 out of the 40 wins, but we still need to do some more Evos. We're halfway through the month, and we're only on 9 out of the 25. We will be getting a bonus 7,500 MT for that, which is very nice indeed. Right, moving on, let's take a look and see if we've got any new moments challenges today, and of course we haven't. I've been so sparse with these, whatever the word is, I think it's sparse. They've been so lackluster with these, dropping them. They were so good at the start of the season, and they've just massively fallen apart since then. So that is a little bit sad. Of course, we've completed domination, completed all the Spotlight Series challenges. The only thing left for us really is Triple Threat Offline, and I still do need to play this. I'll get this done for tomorrow's video, I reckon. Give us another 6 tokens as we look to push towards 2,000, which at this point in the game is just absolutely insane. Right, first things first, let's just put in this locker code and get that out of the way before we jump into the main focus of the video, because it is going to be very exciting. I'm not quite there yet. We do need to buy a couple more cards before we can hit the 1,750 level, which we are ever so close to. So this is the locker code. Like I said, they haven't tweeted out. It is literally just 1 game day left, I hope. And we put that in, and there we go. It lets us in. So, like I said, I think it's either a pack, some MT, or a Paul Pierce, and it is. So 3k MT, a deluxe heat check pack, or Paul Pierce. Of course, that is going to make heat check players come down a little bit in price, which is good for us. So, what do we want? I have absolutely no idea. Anything other than the 3,000 MT, I guess? I mean, I'd like the pack, to be honest. Are we going to get the pack? It's very much over here, but it's not. It's going to be Paul Pierce. All right, Amethyst Paul Pierce joining the club. That actually really helps me out today, because that is one more card towards our collector level. So that's really nice. Welcome to the club, Paul Pierce. We'll go take a little bit of a price check on him. I can't imagine he's selling for too much, because this is the second time they have put this same card into a locker code. I don't know why they are just trying to absolutely crash the price of this card specifically. Like, there's so many other hundreds of players in this game. I don't know why they can't, but still selling for about 4.5k, so that's not actually that bad. Of course, there's no point selling him right now because his price will come back up in the next few weeks, so we might as well hold on to him for the time being. Right, so with him added into the club down here in the KG set, that puts us 11 cards away from hitting 1,750 cards, which of course means 300 more tokens heading our way. So heat check cards, we've been absolutely killing it on. We've got so many of them, and we've already got some stuff in our auction. So still trying to sell Brook Lopez, who is a duplicate, but we come down here and we've got 6 cards to add into the club straight away. But before we do that, we will go and redeem some of these auctions. So these were all the duplicate heat check cards that I picked up for 2,000 MT. So Malik Monk sold for 3.3 as a bit of a notable one, and Patrick Beverley for 4.9. So big profit made there, and that was only off duplicate cards. Like, we've still got the actual cards in the collection that we need to sell. Of course, I'm not going to sell them until I hit this next level, which we will hopefully do here today. So we added in a couple of these guys from the Moments of the Week set 8. Wow, what did I just say there? Moments of the Week set 8. Wow, that was the worst English I've ever said. So we've got Dylan Brooks coming in, bought in for 1,500 MT. Seth Curry, again, 1,500 MT. Very nice indeed. Norman Powell coming in for 2,000 MT. Again, don't mind paying that because he is a very, very nice card. And then we've got a couple of guys here who might be thinking, you've literally just sold those. Why have you bought them back? So Devontae Graham Ruby card. If you do remember, we sold him at the weekend for 9.9k, so we actually got nearly 10k for him, which was fantastic. Of course, he came down massively in price because of the Amethyst being released, and I actually managed to pick one up for 3,000 MT on a buy now. I've absolutely no idea what he's selling for at the moment. Let's take a look. So he's already gone back up, so I knew his price wouldn't stay that low for too long. So yeah, we literally picked him up for 3,000 MT. He's gone back up to 5,000 already. So yeah, I really bought him at exactly the right time. And then Jaren Jackson Jr., we sold his Amethyst literally yesterday for 15,000 MT as soon as the packs were released. And I managed to buy him back for 10,000 MT. So saved 5k on him, and his price has gone back up already. Look at that, straight away. He is back over 15k, and he's back up to around, well, he is around 15k to be honest. So we saved another 5,000 MT on him. So we got really, really good prices on them. And then Buddy Hield, I went out and picked him back up. We did sell him a little while ago. It might have been over the weekend again. We sold him for 14k. I got ahead and bought him back for 9,000 MT. So again, I don't think that's a bad price. I don't think we're going to lose MT off of him for 9,000 MT. I think that's a really good price, to be honest. And you can see there he's selling for around 12 to 13k, I imagine. He's actually at 13k right now. So again, we can make some big profit off of him. So welcome to the club, Buddy Hield. So we're sitting with, well, for 22k, we need 5 more cards, which is very, very exciting. So we come down here to the Moments of the Week set, and there we go. We've got the 3 Ruby cards that we've added in. All of these Amethysts actually still sell for like 7 to 8,000 MT. I thought they would be a little bit cheaper than that because of all the diamonds, but they have still kept their value. In terms of the diamonds, we've got Jaren Jackson Jr. for about 40k. We've got Joel Embiid coming in at around 40k as well, surely not. I think he's more expensive than that. We've got Kemba coming in at 40k, and then Karl Anthony Towns coming in at around 50k. So none of the diamonds actually are that expensive. They all seem to be pretty damn cheap. Right, so we need 5 more cards to add into the club. Chances are we are going to pick up 5 heat check cards, because that is what I've been doing for the majority of the last like 250 cards. Have been trying to pick them up for under 2.25 thousand MT. You guys know that is the price I like to pay for all of my heat check cards, because I think that is a price that you can really make some good profits. So there's none on the buy it now, so we'll just take a quick look at the bid and see if we can get any in the next couple of minutes that are ending soon. So let's enable that. And there's not really any, to be honest. Carson Edwards finishing in 4 minutes, so we'll chuck a bid on him, why not? And then, of course, we do actually want to go ahead and pick up the Devontae Graham Amethyst. I don't think there's too much of a difference between the Ruby card and the Amethyst card, but for this price, that is an absolute steal. So let's just quickly take a look at what he's selling for on buy now. I imagine he's about 10k. No, he's actually more than 10k. So yesterday when he first came out, he settled at around 20k. You can see there he's about 14k. So pretty expensive for Devontae Graham, not going to lie, 14k. Let's just take a look at this one. He's going to go up to 9.9. We've got a bid on him for 9.9. I would happily take that if we manage to get him for that, because that's a snipe, and of course it is a fantastic player. Carson Edwards, I don't know what his picture is doing there. It's just glitching out every time. Right, we're up to 11k. I don't really want to go much higher than this, and I can only imagine we're going to get outbid at the last second. We are. You know what? I wanted to pick him up. So we got him for 12,000 MT, and really just to spite that guy that just outbid us at the last second. So there we go. Devontae Graham added to the squad. We now need 4 more cards, and we've got 8,000 MT to play around with. So now that we've got that Devontae Graham, we can have a little look and compare him to the Ruby Devontae Graham and see what the stats difference is. So I'm not actually sure entirely what the difference is. Hopefully it's a reasonable difference, but you never know with 2K this year. So let's take a look at Amethyst, and then we'll go to Devontae Graham, who is a shooting guard. No, he's not. He's a point guard. There he is. And let's take a look. And wow, can I really not compare him? What is this? Right, let's put him up here. And then let's get him out and find the Ruby card. So Ruby at the point guard position. And it is going to be Devontae Graham. Is he a shooting guard at this card? Maybe he is. Oh no, there he is. He's just out of contract, so I could not see him. So let's compare these two guys right here. So the Amethyst comes in with 3 more Hall of Fame badges, but the other one has 1 extra gold badge. And the badges that have increased are Tyler Shooter, Volume Shooter, and Catch and Shoot. So good badges, not incredible badges. And in terms of the actual stats, we've got +9 to the driving layout, which is very nice. +2 to the mid, +3 to the 3, which would be pretty unnoticeable. +31 to steal, which is a lot. He does get a little bit of a speed boost as well. +3 to lateral quickness, not really much, but +7 to speed with ball, +6 to speed. It's not bad. The fact we've only paid like, what, 12k for him, I can't complain too much of that. And we also had the Buddy Healed coming in. And of course, we picked up the Amethyst. And let's take a look at the differences in these two guys. So again, pretty negligible shooting stats there. And wow, well, okay, no, we do have a big speed boost on him and a boost to lateral quickness as well. So not too bad in terms of that. And then the other player I wanted to take a look at was the Jaren Jackson Jr. Just to see how much this card is actually an improvement on the Amethyst, which you of course have bought back. So he has 5 extra Hall of Fame badges, which is pretty damn nice. We have got a Rim Protector, Chase Down Artist, Pick and Roll, a Green Machine, and Catch and Shoot, all at the Hall of Fame level now, which is very nice. And in terms of his stats, we've got +2 to the mid-range. Again, you'll never notice that. +7 to the three-pointer, which is pretty good. +2 to block, irrelevant. +2 to rebounding, irrelevant. +5 to speed with ball, irrelevant. Wow, okay, so you are literally just getting a boost in, well, three-pointer. That's the only thing you'd actually be able to know. Post moves, again, chances of feeling that in-game, pretty small, so I don't think it's worth it spending all this extra MT to upgrade, which I think is why this card has gone back up in price. And again, I think that's why this Devontae Graham has also gone back up in price. So I think we did really well yesterday actually buying them at the exact right time. Right, it looks like we're going to win that Carson Edwards, which is fantastic. So that leaves us needing 3 more cards to pick up, and I might just have to pick some up for a little bit more than I would usually pay. So we do have these guys here for 2300 MT. Like I said, I usually pay 2200, but I don't mind doing it right here, of course, for the video. So did we win this Carson Edwards? And this is what I mean, guys. You can pick up heat check cards for so cheap. Oh, it looks like we're going up and up in the bids. Hopefully no one outbids me at the last second. And it looks like we won him for 2000 MT. So there we go. We've got a little bit of money back for a refund as well, which is fantastic. So let's double check. 3 cards are needed. 3 cards is all we need. And it's funny that we're actually managing to do this today, because today, to my knowledge, is the first day that someone's been able to get the Pink Diamond Jalen Rose, which is, of course, available at 2,150 cards. So exactly 400 more cards than we have right now. And yeah, someone's managed to get there today. So that's a bit of a funny little coincidence. Oh, really? Someone bought out Yakapurtle? No, we need 1 more card. We need 1 more card. I don't really want to spend more than that. So let's add these 2 guys to the collection. And that leaves us literally needing 1 more card. We're at 1,749. We have got pretty much every 2019 player apart from the Amethyst. Heat checks, we have got so many of them. Moments cards, obviously we don't have these because they're very high rated. Rewards, we've got pretty much everything that we can. The new basketballs, the where are they? The Amethyst balls, where are they? They are down here. Amethyst balls, very expensive, so I haven't got any of them, and probably won't be picking any of them up either. And then even at the premium sets, we've got the majority of them as well. The only ones we don't have are very expensive. And then again, Moments of the Week cards, we've got pretty much all of the ones that are reasonably priced and aren't ridiculously expensive down from the Amethyst level. We don't have many Amethysts, but that's because they are very expensive. So I think we are just going to have to try our luck and get another heat check card, because no one else is really affordable at this stage of the game. So I'm going to have to sell up big time after all this, because we have literally got no MT to our name. Are we really going to have to pay 2,400? I don't want to do it, but I will do it. And that Yakapurtle has gone. So why is he still showing up there? Is that going to make him disappear? It is, right. So we'll take Kendrick Nunn. Why not? And he is going to be the final piece needed to get 300 tokens. At this point in the game, that is absolutely incredible. So let's do it. And there we go. Collector level baller. You've earned 300 tokens. We now have over 1,500. We've now got over 1,600 to our name, which is absolutely insane. So if we come down here, like I said, someone today has managed to get up to this level right here, so Pink Diamond Jalen Rose. And the thing about this card is, he has like 40 gold badges, but he doesn't have a single Hall of Fame badge on a Pink Diamond card that takes this much to get to. So that is absolutely insane. So the fact that people are only like 400 cards away from where I am, and I'm on a no money spending account, I think I have done some really, really good club management this year. And I'm just really, really happy with where I've managed to get the club. So, of course, now we can actually start to sell off some of these cards. I know, like we looked at the other day, the Hornets collection is very expensive. So we're going to be making a lot of MT back. And hopefully, as they keep releasing more and more sets, more and more cards, of course, more moments of the week cards every week, we should be able to push up towards 2,000 cards. It's going to be slow, and I don't think we're going to get there very quickly, but we might get there eventually. And of course, my end game this year is to try and get to 2,300 cards for this Pink Diamond Scottie Pippen, who of course evos for Galaxy Opal, but I think that might be a stretch too far. But you never know, we will see what happens. So there we go, we've got some awesome players added into the squad. So we've got Devontae Graham there, so we can now add back in Jaren Jackson Jr., and we can upgrade our Buddy Hield up to the Amethyst. Now, the upgrade might not be great, but I'd still rather have the extra Hall of Fame badges and the extra speed that both of these guys had. So look at that for a starting lineup. That is absolutely disgusting. Pink Diamond Baron Davis, Amethyst Devontae Graham, Amethyst Jaren Jackson Jr., Diamond Lamar Odom, and Pink Diamond Amare. That is ridiculous. So the point guard backup, I would like to have Ja Morant, but of course we sold him off for a very, very nice profit, and I don't really fancy buying him back because he's very, very expensive. And of course we did sell off, who do we have? Vucevic, Amethyst Vucevic, he went as well, but again, not too fussed about buying him back. So let's go and take a look down at the Evo section before we get into the game that we need to. We have a look at Jameer Nelson, he's getting there, 200 assists, and we come down here, Drew Holiday needs just under 100 points, and Andre Miller needs one more game. So we are going to get that for him today, and then we are going to sell him off. So we've got Drew Holiday, of course, in here doing all the scoring, and we've got Andre Miller just for the game, and then we've got Devontae Graham, just because he is a bronze card, and of course doesn't cost too much in terms of contracts. So very exciting. I genuinely cannot believe we have got that many tokens at this point in the game. That is just absolutely obscene. We've still got, what, 6 more 2019 collections to lock in. So that's going to be another 120 tokens. And then, of course, if we need to, we can lock in heat check sets as well, because we've pretty much already got them completed for a very, very reasonable price of around 2,000 MT per card. So this year, the club is just in such a good position. And, of course, we're going to be making MT here today as well with the Andre Miller. We're going to be making MT probably tomorrow with the Amethyst Drew Holiday, which we should have ready to Evo as well. And then we do have the Jameer Nelson, but he is going to take quite a bit longer. And then hopefully this week they're also going to release new Evo cards, because they haven't released new Evo cards in a while. This last Moments of the Week set didn't have any Evos in it. Of course, the Flash packs didn't have any Evos in because there's only 4 of them as well. So hopefully they start to release more cards and actually a couple of Evo cards, because it is by far and away, hands down, the best way to make MT this year. You're just getting MT by playing the game. So if you want to grind out triple threat offline or domination, do it with Evo players, and you're making MT along with all the game earnings as well. So you're really doing 2 things at once, which is awesome. There we go, we're going to hit the mid-range. Yes, we are. I don't usually take jumper shots in triple threat offline, but if they're open, I'm going to be taking them. So yeah, Drew Holiday, I think he is around 20 to 30k in the auction house. Andre Miller, as we've been checking the last sort of couple of weeks that we've had him, or maybe like a week or so, I'm still yet to see an Amethyst Andre Miller with a buy now price that's actually stayed there for a little while. So I have absolutely no idea what to put him up for. We'll have a look, of course, after this game to see if there are any up in the auction house. If there are, hopefully it gives us a little bit of a gauge of how much he's going to sell for. If there aren't any up, I think I'm probably just going to put him up for like 40 to 50k maybe, and just really hope that someone buys him for that, because it hasn't been too hard to Evo, to be honest. He just needed a few points, a few assists, and then 50 games was a bit long, and I think that's why there's not many of him up. I don't think many people wanted to put 50 games into an Andre Miller, and to be honest, I probably shouldn't have done, but it hasn't been too bad. And of course, we've been able to Evo other people like this Drew Holiday at the same time. We've got the Evan Turner done as well, and of course, we Evo'd up Iggy as well. So we've done a lot of Evos in the last couple of weeks, and we're finally getting these 2 guys to a position where we can actually sell them. Right, let's get into some comments as we go through this game. So we've got one from the Rad Travis, which is a fantastic name, so props to you. I think you should grind out the Evan Turner. He becomes an incredibly versatile point forward who can run offense himself. So we have actually already Evo'd the Evan Turner from Ruby to Amethyst level. I did really enjoy him. He was a good little card, but I don't think now he has any value, really. I think when we sold him, we managed to get around 30 to 40. Well, no, actually, we got 40k back for him. So we actually sold him a really good time. We got a lot of MT back for evoing him up. But I think now he's probably going to be around the 20k mark. And I don't think that is going to be worth it. And of course, he's not actually going to get near my main team because, as we just saw, my main team is absolutely stacked. And these new diamonds and amethysts that keep coming out, or mainly the amethysts and rubies that keep coming out, are just so good. Oh, that's a player, Evan Turner. We need to add him into the squad as well because I really do want to try him out. And I think he's a shooting guard or small forward, but he is 6'4", so I think you've really only got to play him at the shooting guard position. I don't think you can get away with him at small forward. He will be just a tad undersized. Right, next up, we've got a comment from TVDP, and he says, I love your vids, so thank you very much. He says, what is your favourite player from all of the weekly moments cards? Mine is Nikola Vucevic. Out of all of them, that is tough to say. I'm trying to think who's been in my squad for the longest. There is a Moments of the Week card. I guess Buddy Hield's been in there for ages. The Ruby Buddy Hield was in there for ages. The Ruby Devontae Graham was in there for ages as well. And of course, we also had Ruby Ja Morant. He was in there for ages. And then newer cards, Sapphire Lonnie Walker, the fourth. He's fantastic. Vucevic, I did really like. He was in there for a while. There's been so many good cards this year. There really have. The Moments of the Week are a fantastic addition. Of course, last year, there were probably more Moments cards out at this stage of the game because they were dropping quite a few every single day. But now we are just getting these batches every week, which isn't too bad. At least we know when to expect them rather than it being random. So I do kind of enjoy that aspect of it. But I would like to see a few more because the moments at the actual moments section of the card collections, there's literally only like 4, I think, and they're for like either diamonds or pink diamonds. So they are very expensive. But of course, we do get the sapphires and rubies out of the Moments of the Week set. And I hope they keep doing sapphires as well because, of course, in this last week that we just had gone, there were no cards less than a ruby level. So hopefully they do start dropping in some emeralds and sapphires because it is really fun to play with those lower tier cards. Right, next up, we have a comment from OJ who says, I happened to be searching the same time for heat checks and picked up about 50 of them. I stopped at 100k MT because I thought maybe heat check values were crashing or something and seemed like only a few people were competing for them. So last year, heat check cards were so expensive towards the end of the game cycle. We are talking like majority of them were extinct. And even now, yes, some of them, as we get the vault to open here, yes, some of them are a little bit on the cheap side. What we're going to get here is this a pack. Oh, let's get it. Diamond Coach Contract or Shoe Pack. That is fantastic, as if. All right, so we got a diamond pack to open up today as well. All right, so let's get into that. Well, first things first, let me just finish up this comment. So I don't think heat check cards are going to come down too much. No, last year they've got extinct. This year there's still only a couple of them up for each set, but they are like kind of cheap, I guess. But as I've been showing, you know, we are getting some big money for some of these cards. Even as duplicates, we're selling them for like 5k. But anyway, let's see what we're going to get here today. The little logo in the top left there that says Eamon and Sumel, what is that? Like, seriously, 2K, how have you got that so wrong? What is that? I don't know if anyone's noticed that before, but that is embarrassing. We're going to get yet another diamond contract. Let's get it. So that is now diamond contract number 4. We are going to quickly get that out of our club before we accidentally put that on someone, which of course has happened to me before this year and has happened to quite a few of you guys I know in the comments. But there we go. We've got 4 diamond contracts sitting there now. All of them ready to sell when their price does eventually come back up. Because, of course, with these packs, it seemed like these contracts are coming out so often out of the flash packs. Of course, for the, who was it? Pink Diamond Chris Bosh, we had the Diamond Ben Simmons in it. Diamond contracts were coming out so often that it was kind of ridiculous, and of course it just made their price crash even more, and it was still only just recovering from being a daily login reward, was it? Or was it in a locker code? I think it was a daily login reward that everyone got one, so yeah, it will pick up eventually, but at the moment there's just such an influx of diamond contracts out there, but I'm happily going to keep hold of my 4. Right, Andre Miller, finally, you are ready to become an Amethyst, and he does actually become a really good card. We get an 88 mid-range, we get a 79 3-ball, we get 90 speed, 90 acceleration, and some really nice gold badges. So there we go, he is at the 92 rated Amethyst level, and let's take a little look and see if we can find one up on the auction house. So Amethyst Andre Miller, again, there's none up, so we can really pick and choose what we want to actually put him up as. Now, which set is he out from? I can't remember. Was he Steph Curry? Yes, he was. So, like I said, I think I'm going to put him up for around 50k. If we do get him for that price, I think that's going to be good. I don't think he's going to sell for much more than that. And I think chances are, if someone else saw mine at that price, they'd be happy to undercut it. So, I've got to be careful here, and got to remember that he's been out for a while, and he's not exactly a super desirable cards. So, you know what, I'm going to go for 37.5 open bid and 45,000 on a buy now. If someone pays that, I will be very, very happy. He hasn't been too much work, like I said, so there we go. Let's see if we can get a buy on him. If we can, that would be awesome. So, like I said, we have got Drew Holiday down here, and he only needs, what, like 3 more games of Triple Threat Offline, and he will be done, so that's pretty cool. And like I said, we will be able to make about 20k off of him. I don't think it's too much that we can make from him. Yeah, wow, literally like 15k. But hey, it's 15k that we didn't have already, so can't complain at all. And then who was I going to put in? I was going to put in Norman Powell, actually. And we're going to put him down here at the end of the bench because I do not know who I could put him in for that's already, or that I could take out of the squad, because everyone in the squad at the moment is just so good. Is he a shooting guard? I'm pretty sure he was. There he is. Yeah, Norman Powell coming in looking really, really nice. Good driving, good dunking, good ball control. He can speed boost, great defense, and good speed as well. So maybe he'll replace RJ, and then we'll put Buddy Hield at the small forward position. No, he won't, because he is 6'4" as well. So we don't want to be that undersized. But our starting lineup is massive. Odom, 6'10". Jaren Jackson Jr., 6'11". And then Amari coming in at 6'10" as well. So very big at the small forward and power forward positions. So that is going to be it for today's video, guys. A lot going on. Now, by tomorrow, like I said, hopefully I'll have the Drew Holiday Evo'd up. And I reckon I'll try and get a few of these heat check cards sold so we can start making a bit of MT again. Because now we're, like I said, now we're at this level. I don't think we're ever going to get up to this, well, I don't think we're going to get to this 2,000 card in a long time. And it is only 100,000 MT, so it's not exactly super motivating. The tokens were very nice because, yeah, 1,600, that is incredible. And like I said, we've still got 6 of these sets to lock in when the Amethyst eventually come down in price. And you can see they're already starting to come down. They're around 15k at the moment, but soon enough they will be under 10k. So that is when I'll pick them up. But other than that, yeah, we can start locking in some of these heat check sets, maybe for 25 tokens. I don't really want to touch any of these sets over here for like tokens, like 50 tokens. That's not worth it. The moments of the week sets, of course, they lock in for tokens, 100 tokens, but again, not worth it in my opinion, because you've got 4 diamonds that you're locking in, and 4 diamonds that are pretty contrasting. Like, you've got 3 big men basically, and then an undersized point guard who's not going to be too desirable. So yeah, definitely not going to be locking that in. But there we go, guys, that is it. And of course, if you didn't know, we have completed down here. We've got all of the arenas, all the playbooks, all the logos, and we've got all of the basketballs, apart from, of course, the new ones. We've got a lot of the coaches, and of course, we've got every single uniform in the game. So that is how I've managed to get up to this level. And of course, we did it all, no money spent, which is absolutely insane. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know down below what collector level you are at and which one you are aiming for. So that's going to be it for today's video. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.